Anyway, onto the Hornets. I don't like Miles Bridges. I'd rather him not be playing at all. Is he a good NBA player though? Yes. Does he make Charlotte at least 5 wins better next season? Yes, probably. He's a good player. Like before the whole shit show happened with him, like he was. Remember that the news of his domestic violence came out like 24, 48 hours before free agency,
I
like
do.
last season,
I
like
do.
12 months ago,
I
and we
do.
were talking about Miles Bridges getting like 4-year 120,
I
like getting
do.
$30 million a season, and that wasn't outrageous. That was what we were expecting, and so it was like the biggest fumble of the bag ever. But if he comes back and he's close to a $30 million player, like he's a good player, as much as you might want to hate on him for what he's done off the court, he's a good basketball player. And so you add him back into the mix. And look, Brandon Miller, I'm not saying he's going to be impacting winning in his rookie season. In fact, he might go the opposite. He's probably going to have nights where he shoots 2 for 12 and loses you the game. However, he's a talent, right? He's a talented young player. And so I do think that there actually is a pathway here where Charlotte can build around LaMelo because like LaMelo, how many? I didn't actually write this down, but how many games did he miss last year? Quite a lot.
Quite a few.
Quite a few. So anyway, like this was a 27 win team last season, finished 14th. I just think if LaMelo plays a full season and Miles Bridges is anywhere close to the player we saw in his 4th year, then I legitimately think they're at least 7 or 8 win better team, which gets them up to like 35 wins, which probably gets them out of the bottom 3 in the conference.
He
And
missed, played 36 games, if you're
yeah, so
wondering.
he played 36 games. So he's missed 46. Like if he plays at least 60, 65 games, which is pretty like you'd think he'd play more than that. I just don't see how this team. I like the overs. Now I don't know. I haven't checked what their over underline is wins next season. I don't mind there because I'm assuming it's going to be maybe about 30, 32 and a half. Let me look this up while we're talking about Charlotte because I legitimately think they're a decent bet for the overs. Like if they finish 10th and are in the play-in tournament next season, I'm not going to be completely shocked.
Well, just on paper, lineup, you go LaMelo Ball, Brandon Miller at the 2, just because of his versatility, I guess. Bridges 3, PJ Washington 4, and then
Well,
he's
he's still a restricted free agent. Like, what the
a
hell's going on there?
he doesn't sign, but and then Mark
Very
Miller's
odd.
at 5. I mean, on paper, that's a lot of length, athleticism, and I guess at least excitement. And yeah, what
Hmm.
those stats you said, Miles Bridges, I swear he was almost the All Star level that year that he
Yeah.
was playing. So I don't know. On paper, you don't see why they can't make that jump.
Yeah. So they're 30 and a half wins. I think that's a lock. I think that's a lot. You just by virtue, you add in a what we thought was a $30 million player, and you've got your $200+ million player coming back after playing only 36 games last season, and you're asking me whether they're going to win 4 extra games. That's a lock.
That's a
I'm
lot.
telling you. Anyway,